Alrighty, how's it going, everybody? This is Truly Random Gaming, and this is TrueFaith coming at you with a new segment of something I love very much, which is the Guild Wars 2, pretty much just the entire lore and history of the game in general. I also got a new mic, so it's awesome because my old mic died on me, and this one is a professional stand mic, and it's just going to be so much fun to use. Anyway, we're going to be starting some awesome little basic history, and then it's going to move on and on and on and up, and I'm going to cover it for all of you nerds like me, well, geeks, whatever you want to call us, like me, who are very passionate about stuff and just love video games, and especially games that have awesome storylines. And a little backdrop on Guild Wars 2 first, or Guild Wars in general, the entire game. The creators of Guild Wars took so much time in making these the prophecies, the backstories, the history. They wrote several books on it all because they wanted to make us an incredible game, and they just love us in general as gamers and wanted to make something perfect for us. So that being said, we're going to get started here and cover some of the basic history and lore and such of Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2. So we're going to have a little bit of music playing in the background. It's just the Guild Wars 2, the theme song, the trailer, I guess, song, and it's by Jeremy Soule, who is also an awesome creator of music. So let's get started, and we're going to start off with the world here. Alright, so the oldest record of Tyria, which is the name of the world, just to let you know, and it's also the name of the land, the first land that you play on. So it'll be a little bit confusing, but just recognize for the first video I'll probably be talking more about the world and then more about the land, so I'll try to classify it for you all. But the oldest records of it, the oldest known records go back to about 10,000 BE, which is when humans start recording it. And I'll cover this real fast, that BE stands for before the Exodus. And what before the Exodus is well, it's before the Exodus of the gods, the human gods, before they left Tyria for good. Now, that's what BE and AE stand for, before the Exodus and after the Exodus, alright? Just so you don't get confused with that. But 10,000 BE is the Giganticus Lupicus era, which was the era of the giants, which would be like the gigantic versions of Jotuns and let me see, everything about that. It was kind of confusing, but the Giganticus Lupicus are just giants. They're the extinct race of giants, more particular. They're called like the great giants or the true giants, and they walked among this world before anything. And the only thing is, we absolutely know nothing about their physiology, their culture, or their history. The only thing we know is that they were on the continent in 10,000 BE, and that was the last. And that the reason they're important is because that was the last rise of the dragon. The previous rise of them was in 10,000 BE, and during that race, sorry, I was just recapping over this. The reason that's important and the reason they died is because the Elder Dragons rose to power and killed them. So that's all we know. That's what happened to them. They just died. To the Elder Dragons. And then during this rise, the only known surviving races really of this time. This was long before humans, by the way. The only time about this that we know were the dwarves, which, if you played the any of games before Guild Wars 2, you've learned about the dwarves. he fought with dwarves and everything, not against them, but with them side by side in Eye of the North expansion, which is actually the only expansion really to Guild Wars, because Guild Wars was its standalone games because it was Prophecies and Factions and Nightfalls, and that was really cool. That the Eye of the North was the actual only expansion where you needed one of the games to play it. And after that, we don't know too much about it, or the extra 8,000 years between then and the next time that we actually learn about something, which would be like when the humans are here. But the only big thing you need to know about during those 8,000 years, and it's the only thing we really know, is that the Mersats, which I'll explain all of them later, because the Mersats are ridiculously obnoxious creatures. The only thing you need to know is that they're very powerful and they can go invisible between the worlds. But the only real thing you need to know about them is that during the 8,000 years that we don't have recorded history of much, is that they betrayed the other four races, which were the Juttons, the Mersats, the Seers, and the Dwarves at the time. There weren't much details on the betrayal, not that I've seen or have ever come across. But the betrayal is obviously when the Mersats and the Seers had a war, and the Seers were pretty much the good Mersats, to explain it all. And then pretty much the war during this time brought almost exact extinction on the Seers, because the Mersats had this powerful spectral agony that made you lose health instantly, pretty much. And then the only thing that you really have history on in this is the Dwarven legends and the such and such. And then the Jotuns wrote down that there was an Age of Giants, which I'm not sure what that was. I guess there was more of the Jotuns that began after the Elder Dragons hibernated, and we're not really clear why they hibernated. I'm so interested in why the dragons decided to start hibernating during this time, but I guess they just found no real joy in killing things anymore because there weren't much to kill because everything's hiding. So they just went into hibernating. That's mine. I'm not going to say anything. But the Age of Giants is when the Jotun and the Norn ruled over and guided Tyria. But you can't really be sure of this. That's just one of the things that is the rumors going on. And then, sometime way after the fall of the dragons, before they went to sleep, the Chars, which everybody loves the Chars, they're freaking awesome. The race finally united under a new leader and started conquering all the lands around them. They traveled north and then probably east along the Shiver Peak Mountains, and they ended in Ascalon, which is their rightful city. And during this time of conquering, they also warred with the Forgotten, which the Forgotten, I need to explain them. They are very important. They're like an upright snake-type race that nobody knows where they came from. And no one really knows where they're at anymore. The only time they were seen was like around nearly 250 years ago in the Realm of Torment during Nightfall. But what they are is, yeah, they're like a snake-like thing, and if I can find a picture for you here, yeah, they're those guys right here. Kind of like snake, forgotten, slithery things, I guess. But yeah, enough of that. We'll get onto some more of that in detail and such later, because they have a deep history. But what we want to know is this. All right, this is what we're going to talk about right now. This land here is Tyria. This entire planet is Tyria. And then this land, let me zoom in, this land right here, this little spot, is actually the continent of Tyria. So it's a little confusing, I know. You'll get used to it eventually. But what you want to know is that this entire continent, or this entire planet, is actually Tyria. We don't know where it came from. We don't know any of its history, really, other than that it was here during the dragons. Did the dragons create it? Maybe. Did the dragons destroy it, break it apart? Maybe. We honestly don't really know. And definitely there's several things that say that the gods perhaps created it. But not many people say that. But at some point, we don't really know, because the gods actually didn't even arrive. And when I refer to the gods, they're the 6 human gods. Dwayna, Balthazar, you know, all of them. Lissa, all of them, the 6 gods. And they didn't even arrive on this earth, on this land, until 786 BE. But it's also said that during this time that, you know, they brought the Forgotten to this world. However, you know, it's very questionable, seeing how the Forgotten have been dealing with the Elder Dragons too. So, we're not really sure about them. I'll get into detail of the Forgotten though way later. But anyway, so really what I'm going to cover on this is just what I've been covering is just this. This is Tyria. So that's what you want to know, is that the planet's Tyria. And that's honestly it. That's all you need to know about this planet so far. But we are going to go to the next one. And this is actually the continent of Tyria. So you have this little bit, and the continent of Tyria is actually right here, as you'll see from the map. This is Tyria in before, very important, before the dragons rose up. So that's why it's actually all still intact. And you know, there's the Great Wall of Ascalon here, and there's the Crystal Desert here, and there's the Islands of Fire here, there's the Maguba Jungle. This is where the Asuras are said to live, is right around here. This is where the Norns about to take place, up here, but you don't learn that until the 4th edition of the game. This is the human land of Kryta. This is the human land of Ascalon. These are the Shiver Peak Mountains. A few dwarves live here, but a lot of humans live here. The Chars live up here, and they're trying to break into Ascalon. So that's pretty much what you need to know here, and I'll cover this. And Tyria, humanly populated. There's a lot of Chars, but most of the dominating race right now is human. Norn are somewhere up here. We don't even learn about them really. Azure are underground, and we don't even really learn about them much. All you need to know is humans. Humans in the first game, we dominated. We're the humans because we are bloodlust and hungry, and we're just humans, and we took over the entire race. That's the entire thing. That's why we have humans. But yeah, so this is Tyria. She's beautiful. She's got huge glacial plains and jungles and deserts, and just a beautiful place. And the main reason I'm showing you this is so you get the general distinction of where the lands are, and so that when I show you the map of Guild Wars 2 Tyria, you see the extreme difference between the two. There's a huge difference that the dragons did and completely destroyed everything. But that'll be for our next video, because I've already had this video on too long and been talking like crazy. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, we're going to be getting into a lot more. Next time I'm going to be talking about the real storylines and the guidelines between it. Just wanted to give you a general focus on a little bit of the backstory to the land and where the land came from and all of that. But yeah, we're going to be getting more into the prophecies that were given in Prophecies, the first game, and we're going to talk about all the races of the land and etc. etc. But I wanted to say from all of us that we're sorry we haven't had any videos in a while. School and work and all that, and just blah blah blah, haven't had time to do everything. We are terribly sorry, but we're going to start a lot of new things, and we're going to start getting more videos out. We promise. Now that it's summer and we have a lot more of our friends, and we're able to get more of the Truly Random Gaming family into this, and we're all starting to get excited, really crazy like it. So we were assuming you're probably bored of Portal 2 by now, so we'll still have Portal 2 in there because that's awesome. But we're also going to probably have some new adventures with Relic and I. We're probably going to be doing some Portal, and then we're going to be doing Dead Island, which is a fun game. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did, but just something fun about throwing knives at zombies. You can't beat it. Of course, if there's any cussing in it, we're going to block it out because we do want to remain friendly. And, you know, want to be able to still be the channel that anybody can watch, no matter the age. But yeah, so there's that. That's probably what Relic and I will be doing. Portal 2, and if, you know, some Elsword maybe, and Dead Island, and etc., etc. And then Rubik and I are going to be, we're going to be casting Dota 2, which we are excited about because Dota 2 is fantastic. It is an amazing game. It's one of the games I've been solely addicted to lately, and so has he, and we've been getting really good at it. So we're going to try to find some cool matches and cast them if they're live. We'll be doing live casts of it. We'll be posting it on YouTube. We'll be doing all the different things that we can, and maybe one day we'll get invited to cast real tournaments, and that would be really fun. But yeah, we're done with that. So we're going to be doing lots and lots and lots and lots of Dota 2. Sorry, just got distracted there. And then we're also going to be doing with myself, Rubik's, Gramp, which you all remember from Skyblocks, which we'll probably be doing some more of too. Gramp with Skyblocks there, and my good friend Jamels, a little Mexican, whatever you want to call him, Jamels probably, and then Spiff, which you all remember too, from TF2. And you haven't met Jamels, so you'll have fun here. But we're going to be doing a thing called pretty much themed Dota 2 matches. What we're going to do is we're going to be picking characters that all are related to each other in some way or another, and you're going to have to figure it out. And the first, I don't know, we haven't figured it out yet, but like 10 or 20 to send it in will be put into a prize drawing and blah blah blah, and we'll be giving out prizes and cool prizes like cash money maybe, or shirts or themes or anything really, some cool stuff like that. So themes for your Dota 2, outfits for Dota 2 heroes, money, all those things, and it'll be lots of fun. But it'll start out easy but get harder and harder and harder, and we'll be randomly throwing in stuff in there, and the thing is, it's going to be hard, but it'll be a lot of fun in it. You know, we're going to be hanging out and having lots of fun, and it'll be really crazy. And then Gramp and Rubik's are starting a StarCraft 2 tournament for Bronze, Silver, and Gold leagues. And they'll be casting those, and they'll be showing, and you know, the top 2 will probably get prizes, or top 3 or whatever it is, of the tournaments, and it's going to be very cool to see, and I'm very proud that they're doing this, and it's going to be awesome to just participate in it. And trying to think of other stuff we'll be in, but we're going to have a lot of new stuff coming for you guys, don't worry. It'll be a lot of fun. And then our new friend Hans the Mons will probably start doing some speed drawing, which will be cool because we haven't had anything like that. It's been mostly gaming, but you know, drawing's pretty cool. It's awesome. We all like to draw, so you know, it'll be cool to have it in there. But yeah, hopefully this video will be posted up soon. Sorry that it's been so long, guys, but I hope you enjoyed it, learned a lot about the planet and the history so far, a little bit. And we're going to be going on, and soon we'll have it all up for you guys. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Like, favorite, and please subscribe and keep up with us, and suggest games to our email. Our email is trulyrandomgaming@gmail.com, trulyrandomgaming@gmail.com. And then also like us on Facebook. We're facebook.com/trulyrandomgaming, of course. And follow us on Twitter. We're at trulyrandomplay. That's what we are. We're Truly Random Play. Yeah, it wasn't letting us do gaming, was too long, so Truly Random Play, that's what we are. Hook us up there and find us there. And on Twitch, we're twitch.tv/TrueFaith18, and we're also twitch.tv/TRG, all capitals, underscore capital RUBIX, capital X, that is. TRG Rubik's. We're also live casting there. So we'll see you all soon. Like, favorite, enjoy, and spread this around. So we'll see you all, and Just have a great night, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.